Welcome everyone to this session where we'll see how to maximize reporting efficiency and transparency on Jira Service Management using charts and dashboards. And for those who are new to the JiraCon, this is a conference that brings together the Atlassian user community on one side and the Atlassian marketplace community in the other. And to make the most of every session, ask all your questions and doubts at the end because all speakers are more than happy to talk to you. Let's start introducing what is Appfire and who are Lisa and Gorka. And then the most important part is that we are going to navigate through two customer success stories, the challenges that these companies face and how they manage to provide transparency in the services while being more efficient creating reports. My name is Gorka Puente and I am Principal Product Manager here in the category of PA reporting in Appfire. I am one of the co-founders of Running Pixels and I've been working on wikis and doing research in corporate wikis since 2008. I've been also building apps since 2013 in the Atlassian ecosystem. And I like cats, like you can see here, Sheldon, who is working with me. And I like grappling, wrestling. Also, I like craft beers and good wine, not all together at the same time. And also, I spend most of my salary in sneakers. And my colleague, Lisa.
Hey, thanks, Gorka. I'm Lisa Teves. I work in product marketing at Appfire, lead product marketing for our BI and reporting category alongside Gorka. I've been working at Appfire since 2020, so early pandemic times, and have had the pleasure with working on apps under Bob Swift, the AIO brand, Artemis, and Ronin Pixels. And prior to my time here, I've worked across the spectrum in marketing, so on product, customer, and partner marketing. And then personally, I'm a big foodie. I love red wine. I have an 11-year-old beagle and I'm a new mama to a 1-year-old. So a little bit about us, but we're really excited to share more about Appfire and also our customers. So Appfire has been around for nearly 20 years. We have grown from a very small team in the early days to over 600 colleagues now, and we're in 20 plus countries across the globe. We've been an Atlassian partner since 2007 and a solutions provider for the last 12 years. And most recently, we were awarded 2021 Atlassian Partner of the Year in the Agile at Scale app category, which we were honored to receive. And today we have almost 200 apps that span across 9 different solution areas. And like Gorka shared, he's one of the app founders that joined Appfire when he brought a solution to the company. We've got over 25 founders with us today. So now to the most important part. We're really excited to introduce two of our customers in today's presentation and share a little bit about how they've used our solution and what's made them so successful with it. So Erica is a support manager. She works for a company called Success Solutions, and they mainly focus on enterprise clients and helping them improve corporate HR processes using SAP. And Erica manages a team who uses Jira and Jira Service Management primarily around service projects and support tickets and managing response times. Secondly, we have Emanuela. She works for a company called Unifly. It's a European software company. They actually do some really cool work streamlining the safe integration of drones into the airspace. And they work with customers that are small and large. So a bit of a wider spectrum there. Emanuela is the team leader for support and testing. So similar role to Erica. And her team's responsible for testing and supporting multiple platforms, which they also use Jira and Jira Service Management to do. So let's talk about how they're using Jira data, creating reports and dashboards, and some of the challenges that they have come up against. So we broke this out into two different parts, and we're going to talk about it from internal ITSM reporting and then external ITSM reporting. So something that both of our customers need to do is manage their resources and their team using some of these reports. And also importantly, they want to track and control SLAs and have a visual for that. Externally, they are in professional services, working with customers, supporting customers. So they need to have transparency there. They want to have an easy, efficient, quick way to communicate with clients on a regular basis. So first, we'll go through the internal ITSM reporting piece, and then we'll jump into the external, and we're going to show you what this looks like just with using Jira and Jira Service Management. So first off, they want to have reports that help them organize and manage team capacity. And with Jira Service Management, they can do this on a project by project basis. So we can actually see what this looks like. We can jump to the next slide. Yep, perfect. So we can see here that Jira Service Management provides them with a view on a project by project basis of what an agent's workload might look like, what team capacity is at. And again, like an individual project would mean an individual support case or service project. So they're not getting a big picture here, but they are able to zoom in on each individual project. Secondly, they want to have reports that track and control provided SLAs. And these are really nice to see. They give them the information they need, but again, it's on an individual project basis. Externally, Jira Service Management allows them to create individual reports based on support cases. These are actually really nice looking. And what we can see is that it gives them a whole picture that they're able to share with customers. So here you can see it's pretty comprehensive. And so what their teams are doing is they're sharing these out with customers to make sure that customers know what's going on. They have the latest update on their project or their support case. But in order to share it, they actually have to export or screenshot the reports. So like exporting to a CSV or screenshotting, dropping it into an email. And some customers only need this update on a quarterly basis. Others want it on a monthly basis or even a week by week basis. And that can get very cumbersome for the team to do each individual project. Yeah, so now I think I'm going to pass this over to Gorka. He's going to share how our customers have approached this challenge and what they're doing with a new solution.
Yes, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, let's dive now into how they approached these challenges with Jira Service Management and what they did. Of course, they were looking for a solution. They found in the marketplace, first, a solution that internally allowed them to see how their teams were balanced, how they were in the workload, and how they were tracking internally the SLAs, but as Lisa mentioned, across the whole portfolio, because they use a project per client, so they couldn't use a single report per project. They needed something across the whole portfolio. And then externally, they needed to provide transparency, and they needed to communicate if they were filling the services they were providing, right? So they had to somehow communicate this with clients. So how we met them? They were looking for this solution in the marketplace, and they found Dashboard Hub. Dashboard Hub allows them to have a dashboard, full-fledged ITSM dashboard using the provided templates. They can later share these live dashboards externally, either to stakeholders using a secure external link or internally through the customer portal that we are going to later see how they do that. And besides that, they can use the more than 70 different gadgets and metrics, more than 10 integrations with different products. And if there is something that is not covered, they can still use the custom charts to build their own metrics. So metrics specific to their business needs. And what is always better is to see this in a live demo that we are going to see right now. So first of all, this is super simple to do. Anyone can do it in the company and super quick. Now we're going to see how to create a full-fledged ITSM dashboard that you can create. I'm gonna say within minutes, but it's within seconds. But you're gonna see it now with permissions like we can see in Confluence pages that I didn't mention, but Confluence is my favorite product. And we select a template. We could start from scratch, but in this case, we are selecting the ITSM template. We got a dashboard with 2 slides full of different metrics that, of course, now we have to configure. In this case, the time to first response. Let's configure this SLA, saying first where the data is coming from. We could use external Jira instance, or we can use this current Jira instance we are working right now. And across the whole portfolio, not only one project, one queue. In this case, we can select one project, one queue, but we can say, okay, I want another project, which is another client with a specific queue, or the same project we just chose with another different queue. We can select, of course, the priorities of this request. We can customize the colors for all the issues, for the issues that we selected with the specific priorities, and the period of time. In this case, let's report on the past year. And this setting is super important and super useful. I love it because you can say, hey, if you find any other gadget, any other metric in this dashboard, please don't make me configure that again. Use this configuration because the dashboard is for me again, right? So with one configuration, we see that the whole dashboard is being configured. The whole path, we can see here one gadget that is not configured because the source of data is completely different. In this case, is a status page because it's interesting, right? If we got supporting that they know if there are problems with different services or different deployments we got. Let's configure, let's say, which page of a status page we want to show the services if they are operational. And here we got the time to first response. We got a queue. In this case, could be for the VIPs if we want to have that first side. Time to resolution, customer satisfaction across all our projects, not in a single project. The agent's workload, again, across the whole portfolio. We can see here everyone with total resolutions, all the tickets that they got open out of the total, the created versus resolved requests. If we are creating a debt, right? If we are having more requests open that those resolve. And the SLA by project, we had to select a specific SLA, and we are going to see that SLA across our whole portfolio again. In this case, let's choose the time to first response, for example. And again, let's keep on working on the last year of this report. And we can see now that we got, if we are meeting or we are reaching, super important, across the whole portfolio. Is as a company, are we meeting what we are saying that we provide in our SLAs? In this case, kind of yes, I'm gonna say. And then going back to our customers, how they could share this? Well, the first is obvious with this external link. They create an external link, which is secure, but there's gonna be extra secure if you add a password. And you can copy this and send by email to your stakeholders. They can use it, and they are gonna see the live data, of course, without able to access anything but this view. But you have still to send this link. And what's another better approach for Jira Service Management? Well, the customer portal. If they are creating requests in the customer portal, let them access to these reports through the customer portal. We got to the restrictions or permissions that we mentioned before, and let's add our customer, in this case, yeah, Gorka is the customer, as viewer of this dashboard. So whenever Gorka comes here to the help center, the customer portal, Gorka can access all the dashboards that have been shared with him. So no need to go with looking for that public link, but just come here and open the dashboard that we just created. That for me, this is awesome. So yeah, for all your customers, they are gonna love it. And not only for ITSM, Dashboard Hub can be used for agile teams, for example. We can see all the information from sprints, the sprint goals, the resolve issues, blockers, the health, the different releases, the workload of our team in terms of pull requests in this case, because we are connecting to Bitbucket also, the velocity of our teams. We can connect with Confluence, custom charts, and one of the most popular and one of the use cases that I like the most, which is what we call hybrid dashboards. A hybrid dashboard is a dashboard that is connecting and is getting data, is bringing data for not only, in this case, we are in a cloud instance from cloud that we can see here that we got a team, the Bird team is in Canada, but also we can have the Koala team in Australia using a data center instance. So we can be a large organization with different Jira instances, or we can be a group of companies that we are working together in the same project. And here we got all the information from that project, right? Not only Agile, if you are working in DevOps, we got also for you a lot of different metrics, super useful with pipelines, status page with historical uptime, the deployments, or even in Opsgenie, and if you are on a call schedule, or you need to know, more important, who is on a call schedule. And also, if you are tracking insights in different projects, in this case, this is an integration with Project Track, and you can see different metrics at project level, not at issue level, but we can see, for example, the time sets or the budgets of the different projects, or if we have many projects assigned to the same leader, we can see here in the workload by leader, project status. So we got many different options with many different integrations. And quick recap. So we've seen that in Jira Service Management, we have these two main challenges, right? Reporting internally and reporting externally. So we can create these reports, we can customize and display any type of data, and we can, which is more importantly, provide transparency and improve our efficiency creating these reports by either sharing with this public link or sharing with our clients in the customer portal. Awesome. Lisa, what are they saying?
Yeah, thanks for that great demo, Gorka. So we wanted to share a little bit about what our customers think about Dashboard Hub, what their feedback was for us. Erica shared that she can play with any type of information or data and just essentially display it any way she wants to. She loves that she can build it the way she wants herself. And also that the former manual work of exporting data to customers is now gone. And that saved her team nearly 40 hours of manual work per quarter, which is pretty amazing. And secondly, Manuela shared that the app was self-explanatory and she could easily go through everything without reading the manual or the documentation, and that she thinks it's really important to have software that is easy to use and also visually helps, which we loved hearing.
And even if she didn't read it, we still recommend to sometimes go to the documentation because they are going to find more useful insights. And what's next? I'm super excited also about what's next for Dashboard Hub. We have a clear line with enterprise features like improved performance with cache, schedule reports, but also with integrations. We are working right now in integration with Big Picture. Next is going to be GitHub. And for Jira dashboards, I'm going to show you now something that is super cool. Also, we already have powerful custom charts for Jira. You can perform a query with JQL and display that data with different visualization metaphors like a table, a pie chart, tile chart. And we have that also for Project Track. But what's on the pipeline, you're going to be able to do that with Confluence, with Big Picture, with Insight, with different products. So with that data, you can build your own custom charts. And I'm going to say every other week, we release new gadgets and new metrics. And we got several on the pipeline. But also, I'm going to show you one of our latest that I'm also super excited about. And here, we got Jira dashboards. But you can see that this is our agent's workload. So it's one of our gadgets. What I wanted to show you is this integration with Jira. We were already integrated with Jira, but now we're integrated with Jira dashboards. You can use now all our metrics, all our integrations in your existing Jira dashboards, in your native dashboards. So you got, for example, you want to create a powerful custom chart, you can use our custom charts now. You can configure and you can perform, select any data source, not only this Jira instance, but it could be any Jira instance. You perform your custom JQL, you use your filters, existing filters, and then you choose how you want to visualize that. Maybe you want to visualize that as a column, and you can as a table and aggregate the results, using different aggregations, or you can choose and say, okay, I want a stack chart, a bar chart, a tile chart, and let's chart by assignee, and let's count, for example, the number of issues that they are assigned. But we could sum the story points, or if we want to do any other calculation, we could do that here. So yeah, Lisa, for me, this is super cool. And the next thing, just before we leave, I wanted to mention is the formula gadgets. We have now formula cards, which are, you can perform a mathematical formula that I'm gonna show you how, and you can choose how to display that data, either like a card, like we can see here, the cost per day in a project, which is super cool, in dollars per day, or the percentage of in this case, the percentage of completion that we got of a project, but it could be the created versus resolved issues, because you can perform mathematical formulas here. Here, if we access here, we can create variables, and these variables, you perform a JQL query. In this case, just give me all the issues of this project, sum the story points, which are going to be 49, and count the different approvers, and give me the mean of the original estimate. And now with that, perform a formula expression. Choose if you want an icon card or a donut card. And you can say the max value is going to be like 2000, for example, and we are in 56%. And here you got your result in a super visual way of communicating this information to your team. And that was the last thing I wanted to mention before thank you for being in this session with us.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was a great demo, Gorka. I think now we're going to open it up to questions. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and share. We're happy to answer.